guys.
Hey everybody, how are you?
Oh,
of course, our
our
dogs are
dog.
going to start barking, by the way. Excuse me.
Oliver.
Oliver, shh.
Anyway, he thinks someone's here.
Even though we're
That's
saying
why.
hi guys, that's kind of funny.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're back and we just wanted to continue with our story. We kind of took a little bit of a sidetrack, last couple times that we have talked. Jay, well, I got into some of my issues, and Jay obviously got into some of his issues that we were having throughout our marriage.
Right.
Which, so, as that was going on, we were still raising our family, our children, and we were still, custom home builders in real estate.
And doing really well.
It was 2001 we had our daughter, 2003 we had our son.
It's also when we started our business in building custom homes.
It was 2001.
Right.
And so, we were just, living the dream and had two houses, one up in Torreon, because we were building up in Torreon at the time. And then we had the other one that was in the Vistas, not in the Vistas, but in Ocotillo in the Estates that we had remodeled. So, literally doing great. And then in end of 06, we started to feel that the market was turning a little. We were builders. So builders and lenders, I think, were the first ones to feel it for sure. Hi, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Anyway, so builders and lenders were kind of the ones that felt it at first.
Right.
And so we really started feeling it. And Jay's like, I've got to let some people go, and you're going to have to start working in the office.
Yeah, it was really difficult because at first I had friends of mine telling me that we're also in real estate like we were. Were telling us that the market's turning, they're predicting some really bad things, and I have a really positive attitude, and I absolutely denied that anything was going to go wrong. So in total denial of where we were headed. I really thought that in my life at that point, my whole theory was there's a lot of money out there, let's just go get some. Of course, I wasn't giving God the credit or the glory of any of that, and we weren't doing it the way God would have done it. And I'm not saying
Jay was the rock star.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that we lost everything because of that specifically, because a lot of people with God in their hearts or not lost everything.
Yeah, a lot of people did at that time.
Right, and so in 06, 07, the market started to turn. A lot of people were now no longer wanting to build. The economy was changing. The stock market was just preparing to lose a bunch of money while everybody was high on the ride that was going on. And a lot of people were buying and selling homes that really shouldn't have been buying and selling homes. And we were looking at this and thinking that it's just going to continue. The market was going up. We had 7 spec homes and we continually invested. But as the market started to slow down and our homes weren't selling, all of a sudden between me and my investors, we have 7 homes and a subdivision to carry. And it started to get where we had a little bit of business. We were doing okay. We had money in the bank. And I didn't have enough business to support all the people that were working in our office.
Yeah, our overhead was crazy.
About $80,000 a month.
A month.
Is what it cost us just to run the business. As the market was changing and we couldn't afford that, we started selling things off, both personally and business. Started getting rid of some of the people that worked for us because we couldn't have them anymore.
Couldn't afford it.
Started trading in our cars for lesser expensive cars and thinking that we were doing all the right things.
And we also cashed out the kids' college funds.
Well, that was later. That was a little bit later.
Yeah, but we did all that to pay the little guys that were working for us.
Right. And when the market really stopped and I knew we were in trouble was when I called one of the banks that we've been doing a lot of banking with, and they had said that they wanted us to catch up some back payments that my dad and I had at the time. And we're looking at the economy going, we're not going to do anything. This is really bad. And I called this bank, National City Mortgage, and said, hey, I tell you what, my dad and I have talked. We can rent this place out. This was up in Torreon. And we can cover the payments, but we don't want to make up any of the back payments. And you need to carry us because we were in a construction loan, not going to permanent, which was a big taboo for the banks. And I told them we proposed that we will not start making payments till January, and this was October. We will get it finished and rented out, and then we will start making payments again. And within 15 minutes, they called me back and said, okay. And I went, whoa.
I don't know if anybody's in the lending business. National City went whoop down.
So, but when they said that, I called my dad and I said, things are really bad, because that was really surprising that they were even willing to accept that. So we knew we were going downhill fast. So Kimberly and I spoke. We cashed out basically our life savings. We cashed out our retirement funds. We cashed out our kids' college funds, and basically knew that we weren't going to survive this thing, and started cashing everything out. Paid all the little guys that were the small guys that we could. Some of the bigger corporations, we owed them enough money that there wasn't a whole lot we could do about it. And we were just hoping we could just survive the market and the economy. So we just cut everything back, paid everybody we could, thinking that we had enough business to keep things going, and we did, and we were carrying it okay. And then the worst thing happened. One of the people that we'd been making payments to for a year, we'd made somewhere around $30,000 to $40,000 in payments to them, maybe even more in that year, and I owed them another $30,000.
A big corporation.
A big corporation.
No names will be mentioned.
Right, and I owed them another $30,000, and they called me after 12 months and said, hey, we need the balance payment. And I go, well, I've got to build a suit. I've got a couple homes that I'm remodeling. We're doing okay, and I'll just continue to make payments as I have for the last year and get you all paid off. And they said, well, we don't do that. After 12 months, we take your bond. And my bond's worth $5,000 to them. And I'm going, I have paid you $40,000 here in the last 12 months, and you want to take my $5,000 bond as opposed for me to continue making payments to you. And they said, well, that's our policy. That's our policy. And I called one of the higher ups and said, let me talk to somebody who can make a decision on this, because obviously it's not you. And I called him, and he said, well, that's our policy. And then a week later, they took my bond. So the build-to-suits, the remodels, and the money that would have kept us going, I now could not do because I was no longer a licensed contractor. And that was it for us. And we just went, wow.
Well, there was other things that kind of happened too, but
yeah,
that was a lot of it. And then we just kind of had to put our tail between our legs and go file bankruptcy, you know.
Yeah, double bankruptcy.
We had to file both personal and business. This was in 2008.
Yes.
And then we lost the home up north. That one actually went back to the bank. And then we were getting ready to put our home in Chandler on the market for short sale. So really hard times.
Yeah.
People were knocking on our doors, serving us. I mean, talk about
the worst case financial scenario that you could imagine.
We lost around $14 million in real estate. So
yeah.
I mean, it was a hardcore challenge for us. I would say that my relationship with the Lord was not there at the time. I was doing all the things that I was supposed to do, like go to church, but there was no relationship. So I was not standing on the rock like I should have to be able to withstand that stress. So that's when I started to kind of go a little south, and then, you know, we don't want to talk much longer, but we literally at this point we're getting ready to sell our house in Chandler, have no work, no money coming in.
Well, I had a lot of people who kept meeting with me and saying they wanted to do remodels, and they just kept saying, we're going to wait, we're going to wait, we're going to wait. And I'm like going, we can't wait. You don't understand.
Right.
And
I mean, everybody was feeling it at this time. I mean, obviously this was in the beginning of 2009 when we had lost the home up north, and then we were getting ready to short sell our home in Chandler in 2009, beginning of 2009. So
and in 2008 was when the stock market crashed, and that pretty well crushed all the opportunities we had. Some of the remodels I was just doing on the side, not licensed. We were just trying to pay bills, and I was just taking anything that I possibly could. Even though that wasn't the right way to do it, it was the only way I knew how to make money. It was either sell real estate or build homes
and
or
our
remodel.
whole market
and everybody
crashed.
knows both real estate
Everything
agents
crashed.
and builders. We were
done. I mean,
my two
literally.
careers were done.
So we'll pick up from here next time, and we'll tell you where we went on our journey from there. But we wanted to wish you guys, after bankruptcy, and thank God for our family.
Yes,
is all I gotta say.
Yeah,
family
we could have been homeless real quick.
Is amazing. So. But anyway, we wish you all blessings, and thank you for praying for my mom. She's doing better, and we'll see you next week, okay? Have a great week.
Thanks,
Bye, everyone.
everybody. Bye now.